We've come down here to Drennan HQ today to have a look at the brand new RIGIDEX PRO that's been developed. It'll be out in a few months' time, but the development of the pole is now to a point where a lot of the consultants that we have are taking them onto the bank to start and fish with them. We've had probably, I don't know, 10 to 15 consultants that's took these poles, and one of them is one of our anglers from abroad who's particularly good. Ramon Ansing? Ramon Ansing.
You can call me whatever you want.
Yeah. From the Netherlands has joined us over here as well. He's taking a pole again back over to Holland, to the Netherlands. Now, Ramon's obviously seen this pole. What's your first thoughts on it?
It's very impressive. It's, I think it's a step forward from what we used to have with the Ecolite pole, which I was really happy with for my fishing, what I'm doing. But yeah, this seems to be something really special. It feels very strong, but stiff and easily to handle in one go. Yeah, really good.
I think for your international fishing especially, it's very, very strong in back joints, which, I mean, you're cupping in heavy leams a lot at time and fishing quite aggressive, catching a lot of fish, you know, in some of your competitions. I think it'll be a great asset for you.
Yeah,
I mean, I've tested this pole on our commercials. I mean, only on Wednesday I had 266 pounder F1s in a match, and it's a pole that I think, and a lot of lads think, is a step above any of the poles out there. It's a fantastic piece of kit.
Yeah, and I think it's with the diversity of anglers that we had over here, it shows how diverse the pole is. You can, because we have anglers that do international style fishing and commercial style as well.
Yeah, we do commercials, we do river. It'll suit virtually every aspect of pole fishing. Now moving on, I mean, obviously it's nice to get you over here. I mean, thank you very much for coming over to Drennan HQ.
Thanks for joining.
Now, you're the #1 angler now in feeder fishing. I mean, there's a rating of anglers in feeder fishing, and you are the #1 feeder angler in the world?
It's the FIPS ranking from the last, I think it's 7 years, but there's 1 year missing due to COVID. Yeah. So when there is like the 5 results from that 6 years ranking are counting. So yeah, that's how they do it.
Yeah, I mean, through my angling career, I've been unfortunate enough to draw next year, I think 3 times, and I'm losing 3-0 at minute. Yeah. I mean, I even drew next year down at White Acres.
Yeah, we were next to each
and
other.
You know, you beat me even there, which is, you know, fantastic. I think also I drew next year in Italy on one of my later occasions, and you beat me again. Yeah. But I know how good you are, and you know, it's nice to get sat down here and just talk about a few of the matches that you've fished.
Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah, fishing.
No, it weren't for me. Right, this year I was lucky enough to come out with the Drennan cameras and film the World Championships over in Italy on the Ostellato Canal. I mean, this is a venue I've fished in the past. A fantastic venue. But this year it was particularly difficult fishing. But of course, the Netherlands team and yourself did fantastically well to win what was a truly difficult competition of feeder fishing. Really difficult. I mean, you on the first day, I think, won your section.
Yeah.
Second day you were second and looked like you were going to get an individual medal, if not win it.
Yeah, it was going really well the first 2 days. I won my section the first day, quite comfortable, quite a number of fish, so which was good. Then the second day, I was lucky with a late bream, which really pushed me from like 6 to...
Yeah, you say that, but your team won. So your tactics of catching these odd bigger fish must have been absolutely spot on.
I think the venue suited our style of fishing. We are used to fish for like a handful to 10 bites in our normal competitions, and the fishing is slightly the same. So you get like 5 hours, and then 2 periods where you get a handful of bites. So yeah, it really suited our fishing.
Yeah.
But then the last day it was quite dramatic with a snag in my bag, which being sort of a beta braid. I managed to try to get away for quite a long time. It broke me up a couple of times as well.
Yeah, so you had a piece of braid across your line, probably from somebody using a bait up feeder the day before.
Something like that. And I didn't have, when we had the time to plumb up bags, I didn't have the issue with it. But as soon as I start feeding, I think the feeder felt a few inches closer to the far bank. And then
You've also got an hook length on and everything else. And you did hook a fish, didn't you, during the match, and lost the fish on the braid as well.
Yeah, at some point I managed to get a feeder wrapped around it and the setup broke, but then everything pulled down. So I was able to fish through the far bank. So after 3 hours I finally could fish it how I wanted it, with in mind that it put a lot of negativity on me that I need to be trying for 3 hours to get around it.
It's bad enough not being able to get a bite, but having also in your head that there's a snag in your peg, what if you do hook a fish, there's a chance you're going to lose it, and that's what happened.
Yeah. I had in the end it was like, I think with 10 people to the left and 10 people to the right, I think there were 15 blanks.
Yeah.
And I ended up blanking as well because that fish that I hooked,
you weren't on your own, because also Steve Ringer also blanked in that section. So you've actually joined the club of people who's blanked at World Championships. I mean, it's a quite a good set of lads actually. There's Walter Thomas who's blanked, yourself, I've blanked, Tommy Pickering's double blanked. Who else is? Oh, there's somebody else as well. Who's the other one? There's somebody else blanked as well who's pretty good. So there's quite a nucleus of us that's actually blanked at World Championships. Yeah. But when I blanked at Home Pierpoint, we actually won back in '94. And of course, for your team, you still managed to win. So it softens the blow of blanking.
So it would be, as we won, it would be, I get reminded to this very, very bad day for a long time, I think.
No, it's quite strange actually fishing, because what you generally find, I mean with myself, I've done it for years, where I remember the bad days but don't remember the good days so much, which is a bit strange. That you think it'd be the other way around, but and probably you'll do the same. But also we covered the World Championships the year before out in Lithuania with the Drennan cameras, and there you fished particularly well, didn't you, on both days?
Yeah, I didn't had it quite right the first day for the first 2.5 hours, and then managed to change distance and ended up second in the section. And the second day I was lucky to draw the same section, which was more bream.
And you had some really, really top anglers as well in the section.
I think I was on number 2 of pack number 2. On pack number 1 was Walter Thomas, and then there was like 5 other former world champions in that section as well.
No, easy section then.
Yeah, probably. But I managed to win that section in the end with quite a nice net of fish, and ended up with 3 points and ended up third overall. Yeah.
So now, obviously, you're world number 1 in feeder fishing, but you also fish the pole world championships or the float world championships as well, and you've been very successful in that. I mean, you know, you've probably ranked, I would have thought, in the top 20.
Yeah, something like that. On the world, we had some very difficult venues where we have been. So, but I'm still happy with the ranking over there. Europeans, I did well for a couple of years with winning it twice.
You've been up to second in the Europeans, I think. Yeah. I mean, your record is fantastic. What do you think to your chances for this next year's World Championships? You're out in
Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, actually the World Games are getting on next year, so there is a lot of World Championships in one go, like the carp and the feeder and the freestyle and ladies.
So everything's together.
Yeah. And we went there a couple of years ago, had the individual world champion that year as well, and ended up second as a team. So we have some experience there, and really looking forward to it. But it's yeah.
There's a lot of carp fishing out there.
It's only carp actually, and not catfish.
So really, for the Dutch team to do so well, for the Netherlands to do so well, you don't have so many carp over.
No, but I think that carp fishing in open water might be a bit different than commercial type fishing.
Yeah, we have a lot of commercials, but not natural water.
Fish behave different, I think.
Yeah, I agree with that, because even when you look at pole fishing and catching commercial fish, whenever I've been abroad fishing where there's been bigger fish like carp, carasio, the feed totally different to what our fish do in England. So
it would be at least a very nice experience to go there with the wildlife and the way of fishing, and it would take a lot of time and preparation to go there.
Yeah. Well, obviously, Team England didn't do so well this year out in Italy. The year before, they managed to win the gold medal. We were there to cover that. Whether we'll be out as Drennan filming again, maybe so, out in South Africa on the Bloemhof Dam.
Bloemhof Dam.
Bloemhof Dam.
It's a massive venue.
Massive venue. Now for you, it must be quite difficult. I mean, your sponsorship with Drennan is, fantastic. I mean, I'm sure that it helps you out immensely. But balancing home life with your children, and then fishing at top level, fishing world championships also with the float, and also with the feeder, must be quite difficult.
Yeah, I'm really fortunate to have the support and the backing from Peter and the Drennan company, because the people over at Drennan really understands how much time and effort you need to put into fishing, and especially international fishing. And I think as he went to a lot of world champions himself, he knows what it's all about and how much time and effort it costs to be away, and
It's quite difficult as well, because as an angler myself that's fished in world championships, there's a lot of time spent preparation and getting prepared for these competitions, where you probably don't fish as many matches as what you would normally through the year, because there's a lot involved in it, a hell of a lot.
Yeah, you really need to plan up front. So you have of course family, and you know what's coming up, so you need to make decisions for work and what to do when, because you know what's coming up, and it's a week fishing, but traveling of course to it.
But it's never a week's fishing, is it?
No,
it's probably a couple of weeks preparation, a week out there fishing the competition, that's 3 weeks. All of a sudden then you've got, do you fish Europeans as well?
I did, not this year, because we have end July, we have also the feeder clubs coming up, and then early September.
So you've got club championships as well, so that's again another period out, and then also World Championships for feeder. So it's a massive amount of time out of your calendar as such. So I realise how much effort you have to put in to fish at your level. So hats off to you. I think it's a fantastic.
Yeah, if you want to, I think part of the results are definitely coming from, if you are associated with a company as Drennan, that they get you the time and effort that you can put into it, so that you can do what you need to do to perform at the highest level.
Brilliant. Very, very good. So the float side of things then, do you think you'll carry on fishing with the float, or do you think in time you might just do feeder, or will you?
I hope I can combine the two as long as possible, because I really like them, and I think if you both do them, you can get certain ideas from one to the other and reverse. I think that makes a massive difference in results as well.
You also see a lot of different venues as well. I mean, it's a bit of a strange thing in England, because a lot of the feeder team fish just the feeder and are picked for the feeder World Championships. The float team is a separate entity altogether, and it seems in England where you can't really cross over and do both, but of course you do.
Yeah, I think you're missing some opportunities there because
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Because fishing like bloodworm, for example, on the feeder, if you don't have any experience with bloodworm in pole fishing, how are you gonna practice that, for example? So it's not a big thing in feeder fishing, but it's good to have it on your sleeve, to have fishing like that for a couple of years to manage it right.
I don't know why it's happened that. There's sort of a little bit of a, I don't know, it's them and us, and I don't know why that is. I think, you know, the advantage of fishing both, and probably you've proved it, that fishing both gives you a lot more experience. So
the only thing you then need is somebody who support you with a lot of time, because you need
you need a good wife. And Do you ever see your kids?
Yeah, I try to put a lot of time with them.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant. It'd be lovely to talk to you. And
really.
Please don't draw next to me again.
I would like that.
Yeah.